Welcome to Women's Radio 2. And I have a very special guest for you today, someone I have known for many, many years, and someone I have loved and admired. And now she's doing some amazing new things. I had to ask her to come back and share with you. I want to tell you a little bit. First of all, in this country, it's always held out the promise of a new chance, which for many people equaled a new home. But up until now, that usually meant a square house on a block with other square houses. And usually you saw yourself sitting in your house, but very little did you get to visit with your neighbors. Now, when I was growing up, houses had porches on them. Everybody went outside and visited with their neighbor. That time is gone. So now the whole world has changed. What we do has changed, how we live has changed. And my friend Desiree Doubrox has come up with a sensational and I think leading edge idea that is really going to make waves in the sea of all those square homes, and it's called HomWork. I will tell you that this is not her first venture. She and I met because she had already created a wonderful organization for women called An Empowered Woman. And when we met several years ago, again, she was telling me about this new idea that she had started and was into her first project. And I'm thinking, I wonder why she's doing that. It just seems so different. And it was, but it's a great new idea. So I'm going to give you the short version. She is actually introducing a way of syndicating property so that people can live and work or work and live in one place and with other people. It's just amazing. And she's now teaching people, men and women, that they can participate in something like this and really increase their wealth without putting too much at risk at a time. So we're going to find out a lot more about this, and she's got an invitation that she wants to extend to all of you. And we're probably going to come back and follow up this conversation with another one so that if you, for any reason, can't take advantage of what she is going to talk about this time, we'll do this again because I think it's sensational and I want to be a part of it too. So please help me introduce or welcome to Women's Radio 2, Desiree Doubrox. Hi, Desiree.
Hi there. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And thank you, thank you, thank you. It has been many years and we've watched each other excel and you have taken over your industry like storm. So I'm just really glad that to be with you today, be with such an icon today.
Oh, well, that's very kind of you. I think part of it is just that I got there first by some miracle, and I just had such a high intention of making that happen. I told people that I started my first website with volunteers and chewing gum and scotch tape. I don't know how we did it. In
Well,
fact,
you
when I
did.
actually got started, it was still called the bulletin board service, wasn't even the internet at that time.
Wow.
So we weathered that, we got through that. Then we came back and invented the online tool that helps people still record both audio and video, and then it automatically turns it into streaming, and that's Audio Acrobat. So at any rate, I am so excited for you to share what is this new thing called HomWork?
Homework is where you can live where you work, work where you live, anywhere in the world. So it happens like when I became an empty nester, my sons moved out, and I wanted to work at home, but I didn't wanted others to do the same. I didn't want to be home alone. And I said, well, it'd be really great if we had a group of people, that actually live together and work together in the property and then can do it all over the world. And that's what we created. So we created the first property here in San Diego, which was a 4 bedroom, 4 baths. Then we went to a 12 bedrooms, 12 and a half baths. Then we went to Mexico with the 12 bedrooms, 12 and a half bath. Then we are now in Vegas with going to be a 10 bedrooms and 10 baths. And so it's just great because We have selected dedicated kitchens. We use the kitchen and people connect that way beautifully. We have a dedicated work area where they work, so it's a quiet space and they don't have to go out. And then each room has their own desk, so they have privacy when they need it, but they have company when they want it. And we do
I
community
like that.
events and we do luncheons and dinners and potlucks and open mic nights and things of that type so people can connect from all over the world. And a lot of our guests at any given night, we have people from 7 different countries. So it's great. It's great because a lot of people, like you mentioned earlier, are looking for different ways to live, and people are working remotely now,
Right.
so they don't have to go to an office. Like, why would they stay home?
Well, I know I used to have conversations with some of my friends in different places, and we had talked about why don't we get something together? And so when you're on my side on the West Coast, you can stay with me. We'll make it like that. And then if I come to
Mm-hmm.
New York or Washington, I can stay with you in yours, and maybe we could do this with several people. And that's actually, in a sense, what you're doing, except there
Yes.
are a few more people.
Yes, more people, a little bit more formal, but absolutely the concept has been around. It's like roommates, but it's just a little bit more formalized, more specific. There's a few other, boundaries drawn around it as far as the pricing and payments and house rules. But basically, it's just people living together, which is just really important.
Well, not only did you do it, but now you're teaching both men and women how they can do it, and you're giving them a hand in to making that kind of movement or that kind of investment, probably from a lot more secure place than you started.
Absolutely. Well, what happened is that so many people were saying, well, how are you acquiring these properties? Did you have the money to do it? And it's like, no, we acquired the properties through syndication. So I've been in real estate since 1989. I was first an agent, then a broker, and then I've been an investor for
I did not
20
know that.
something years. Oh, yeah, I was an agent. I got my first license in 1989. And so I knew about syndications, but the word itself sounded just big and just something that was unattainable. When I finally started, I even did it to start the company HomWork. I raised $250,000 just for the concept. So, syndications is just a collaboration of people where when people invest, they pool their financial resources together to acquire and manage a high value real estate assets, such as again, commercial buildings, apartment buildings, industrial spaces, but it could also be for startup businesses. And it'll also be for many, many different things. People syndicate cars, the race cars, Formula One cars were syndicated. The horse race secretariat was syndicated. One of our ladies syndicated a yacht. She wanted to buy a yacht, so you get a group of people together that chip in, and they all have different times to use it. So syndications is very easy, that's not as complex as it made to sound. And it's great for so many different reasons. So people want to know how we were acquiring these properties. Anybody can do it. And Pat, the secret is that you can do it without any of your own money or credit. Now, yes, if you have it, you want to invest in it because it's a great, offering. I'm sure you're offering a great syndication, but you don't have to. And so a lot of people want to get this building or get this duplex or fourplex or whatever, and they don't have the money to do it. Well, you syndicate it. And people pull their money together and somebody manages it and they operate it. And then when the right time is right, you have a capital event where you sell it or you refinance it, pay the investors off, and then now you can keep the property. It's just so much magical things about it. So we're teaching people how to do that themselves, not only for their purposes, but so that they want to work with us and our model, which is the co-working, co-living, they're able to do so. But it could be for anything you want.
I just see this turning into something very, very big. I mean, who thought that Airbnb would turn out to be anything? I mean, here were a couple of people who just put blow up mattresses on their floors,
Mhm.
to earn a few extra dollars. And it's a multi-billion-dollar business now.
Exactly. $1 billion later. So we say that our concept is Airbnb meets WeWork. So
Ah,
you can live and you can work.
I love it. I love it. Well, there's so much more to talk about. Is there something in particular? I know that you have some events and things coming up, so I don't want to get although I'm excited about the concept and I'd like to get in the weeds, but I'd like to come back too and talk about it again because you've got an event you want to invite people to, and then I believe you'll have another one in May. So uh,
Hmm.
I'd
Yes, we
like
have
us
a
to come
couple, a
back and talk some
couple.
more.
Yeah, we have a couple events because I think our biggest mission is demystifying syndications. And we have a webinar presentation that we do almost weekly. So anyone that's interested, just simply opt in and we'll send you an invitation to that. We have lunch and learns, live lunch and learns monthly, the third Thursday of every month here locally in San Diego. But those of you who are not local, you're more than welcome to join us in the webinars. And what we do is we talk again about syndications, what's required, the differences between accredited and non-accredited investors, the different types of syndications, to kind of just make it, it's called syndication simplified. We make it simple. But I think overall there's two ways. Either people wanting to become a syndicator because they want to build their own portfolio and they want to be able to build wealth and legacy, and that you can do. Or there's people who want to know more about investing in a syndication because they realize they can't do it all themselves. And there's a lot of great reasons why they'd want to invest is because they can diversify their portfolio. Instead of having everything in stocks and bonds and personal businesses, then if they do the syndications, it just diversifies it. It makes it, they're able to get exposure into lucrative commercial assets that may otherwise be out of reach. And they're able to protect it. There also is passive income. Now that truly is passive income. When you invest, you either get your dividends either monthly, quarterly, or annually, depending on the transaction. So, time is your most valuable asset, especially as a busy professional. So,
Amen.
having something that comes in passively is great. And then you can leverage other expertise. So instead of you having to learn all about real estate or commercial properties or storage units or multi-residential, you can partner with somebody who does know that, invest in it, and then that way you get the benefit of their wealth and their knowledge. And then it's scalable. You can do more than one. If you're trying to buy a building that could take all of your resources, where if you put a little here, a little there, a little here, be able to take that same amount of money and pull your resources together. And it has great tax benefits. This great depreciation, pass-through deductions that you'll have.
Well, they didn't teach that in high school or college, so I missed it.
And it's a great way to build your legacy. It's just a great way. It's gonna be worked hard enough for our money. So getting our money at the opportunity to work hard for us is genius.
It is genius, and you're the genius. So when is this next event? The on the ground event, the lunch and learn, and also the online event.
The Lunch and Learn is this Thursday, March the 20th in San Diego area. So again, opt in and we'll send you the details. The online event is on Saturday. They start on Saturday. We'll be doing it. We do it usually every Tuesday and Saturday, Tuesday evening and Saturday morning at 9. Again, but we can just simply, if you opt in with the link, you'll automatically get the invitations to the events and they'll have all the details, the address, the times. And if for some reason it also gives a way that you can contact me directly. So if you want to just have a one-on-one call with me, I'm very available for that.
Very good. And so we'll have links down below where
Yes.
people can find that link easily and be able to send you a note and say, "Yep, sign me up. I want to get your invite." And then I want you to come back and we'll talk about what people like the questions people ask or the things that seem that people most want to know about the syndication.
Yes, I will. Then we'll also be able to share our exciting launch of our new property in Las Vegas.
Oh my goodness. And where is that going to be?
It's in Las Vegas, about 7 minutes from the Strip and about 12 minutes from the airport. And we're
Oh,
anticipating to
nice.
be in the beginning of June, so stay tuned. So again,
Yes.
if you want to be the first to know about our events, our launches, our specials, our webinars, things of that type, just opt in the link below and we will make sure you know what's going on.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Well, I really am so thrilled to hear about all of your news. I'm so happy you had time to come and share with us and that we're going to be able to share with all of our audiences. And I look forward to having you back real soon.
Awesome. Well, thank you. Again, it's always a pleasure. You're such a master at all this, and I just really appreciate the opportunity. And thank your audience.
Well,
Yay.
yes, thank you. We love you. And if you have questions that you want to ask Desiree, then we're also going to have, I believe that our Google Voice number is going to be
Mm-hmm.
printed. You could call that and leave a message, and also our email address. So things are moving along for us. Seems like way too slow from my point of view, but they are moving, and I'm so excited about a lot of the new things that we're looking at too. So we'll talk more about that as well. Well, Desiree, thank you, and we'll look forward to the next time.
Thank you. Thank you, Pat. Good health and lots of love.
Love to you.